that. Simple, with the dual Berettas pushed up into the cave, holds this line, but does get forced off it by Yakindar. Liquid already decent bit of control, right? They had a liege kind of pushing and prodding mid. He got that info that they're watching it from all the way back at red, and they've taken lane away to open up. But NaVi do lie in wait with these dual Berettas at the B site.
Patient. Same thing that Liquid did on Overpass. They just waited. No information for either team. No engagements. No real spots. This will be the first piece of intel that Navi's able to gain when OC decides to chuck out this smoke. There's one in middle. Molotov in towards Donut. This is a full force attack. Electronics got to do business with the dualies. Oh, he turns for a flashbang and gets dropped, but Bit is there in support. Double headshot as he sinks back.
That's clean out a Bit. Can he find any more? Going through the motions on these temple fights. He's waiting for a swing at a main or big box. The flash will find him, sending him back. Yakindar gives chase, but might have bit off more than he can chew here. There's a lot of bodies around this corner. OC, 1 versus 3. They're all coming out the temple, a hope and a prayer, but this one is not Liquid's. NaVi claps upon them and do find success in that pistol in big part thanks to Bit.
Yeah.
With that lovely little double from Temple. It was so fast. Like, look at this.
Oh my
There's one.
word.
And there's the second year investment in this round than NaVi themselves. 4 rifles and a Tech 9 versus 1 rifle and 4 SMGs.
Yeah, but it's going to be huge if Navi's able to turn it in their favor. Bonus money and upgrades. Yeah, I mean, even though they're just Galils, still going to be nice. Bit is alone in Donut. Nitro, Elysian, OC, a core trio to take control of middle. There's the smoke in towards the top of the stairs. Bit's position given away with that flashbang. And there's options for Team Liquid. NAF is still waiting inside A main. Kinder and Elige again gonna join up. Force back any defense that's inside Jaguar. 2 players here.
Bait and switch setup. Do love to see that between some Die Young and Electronic. 2 of those guns gone. This Force Spy off to a pretty rough start for Team Liquid. Are they going to clear Bit, who lies in wait at the back of Donut? Oh, they don't look too interested. Luckily enough, OC was holding for it if Nitro wasn't. And so he will trade after 1, but you didn't really want the 1v1 if you're Liquid there. Nightfly's making up for lost time, lost men, lost players. And the 2-on-3 now falls into silence.
This is very possible. Liquid's got a lot of time. And Electronic on a very long flank as well. There's no kits. This is going to chew plenty of time off of the bomb tick.
Yeah, lack of kits really does just put that much more pressure on this round for NaVi. They really need to win some of these early engagements. Nav swinging back, will get caught from the main peak, but OC, now if he just tries to play around this bomb, play the time, it's really rough for Electronic, and that's going to decide it. He knows that OC can fully just play the timing game on that one. Doesn't need to give him a fight. He can just be reactive to those bomb taps, and with no kit in play, as you mentioned earlier, that was a done deal. Liquid able to recover the most dire of starts, but they come out with the win.
Yeah, I mean, OC opens up the door with that trade and Donut to allow them into the bomb site. Bit was the only real defender there. But NAF gets all the critical kills after the fact. The long-range fight against Simple right here, supporting as OC comes in to plant the bomb, and these frags are unbelievable. No chance to reposition. No.
Yeah, this one, I hate to break it to you, it doesn't really get more interesting than this.
Yeah, it's over, isn't it?
This is just Liquid walking into the empty B site. NaVi taking a gamble. They had everyone at B early. You don't hear or see anything. There's no hints that there was going to be a B play, so they went a group, gamble for A instead, and they do get this exit on an AF. So honestly,
that's a great
save
find.
that AK. You're more than happy with it.
Yeah, you're going to be very, very happy with that. Even a smoke picked up, small but important. Now the last time these 2 teams played this map was at the IEM Rio Major. That was a 16-14 victory for Team Liquid. Close as you like. And it was won by CT sides.
Yeah, it was crazy actually.
Liquid only got 3 rounds on the T side at Rio. They already have 3 rounds here in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, so by that logic,
yeah,
they've done it.
Yeah, they're fine. Yeah. Might as well call it right now. Why even?
And they entered that horrible time period with the money where they just couldn't really look to bring it back out either. Electronic fighting on an island in middle, and Nitro, he swallowed that island up. Bit and Electronic both dead.
Here's a chance.
The tides are rising, the tides are turning. Simple with this AWP has got to be the man to do it. From behind the big box, focused on Donut. Flash goes in, but does not find him blind. Tries to get out of there, but can't escape with more than one. Sights lost. Rounds lost. NaVi looking like they're going to have to save.
Well, SDY, he can go for this. I feel like he should at least see if he can get one kill in towards Donut and see if you can make this retake happen. But Perfecto looks like he's already called to save. He's in the same line of thinking. SDY is close by to try and thin this out. He could have turned it into 2v2, but I think it's the lack of kits. I think it's having no kits that Perfecto just says it ain't worth. Man, Nitro's going to get the glory for the double kill in middle, but you got to give credit over to Yakinder. That's the second time we've seen him walk through that smoke past Jaguar, and he occupies Electronic's complete attention. For so long, Electronic has to be focused behind him. And utilities being streamed out, Electronic support gets Molotov, gets blinded. That's perfect coordination from Team Liquid off the back of Yakinder taking attention away.
Yeah, it's really good. It feels like there's kind of always like another layer to the cool out of Liquid, right? They really like kind of obfuscate the original intention of the round, you know? It's like in this moment here.
Look how blind Bit is.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. So you're highlighting, and it's like when that's happening, you know that Young is believing. That's a nice play into the double doors. Liquid certainly weren't prepared for the pace. And now Young's even able to kind of keep his head on a swivel thanks to Perfecto taking control of the B doors away. He now leans into mid to give Electronic a bit of a helping hand, and that should make this mid hole that much safer. With Electronic dead, Young keeps this belonging to NaVi. While this is all going on, Bits tried to get involved over at main, but he doesn't have to go any further than this corner right here.
Liquid have to try and save this for a minute.
Yeah, that's kind of rough, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, it's so long, and you almost have to be at a point where you maintain some level of aggression to make sure they can't just push onto your position too early. Like OC watching for that A main flank because, I mean, Bit's ready to start pushing at any moment. Here it is. OC flicks over, can't land it. That's going to be the signal. Perfecto starts clearing out B lane. 37 seconds still left on the save. I don't know if NaVi really want to risk a whole lot with these weapons that they've been able to pick up. Or the one right below Simple. Bit can go find one as well elsewhere. I think they're just going to be happy to save the rifles considering they want the economy to have that easy bolstering. So 4-2 is going to be the score as NaVi fight back.
Yeah, nice to see. You know, they really didn't have a lot going for them in this round. Nice that Young kind of just throws caution to the wind. I think it was him and Perfecto getting activated over towards Cave. I'm really looking to put those guns to use from the get-go. You know, I think if one thing's been clear throughout this series, it's that Liquid are very, very good at getting in your head, getting under your skin, manipulating these rotates, oftentimes in their favor. And so, you know, by going aggro like that, you kind of just take the fights on your terms here. And every step of the way, Young had backup if he needed it.
SDY brought down to 66. Make that 54.
Oh, Young is really playing with fire here. I feel like you really rarely see it come out that way around as well, where it's like the CT player on the receiving end of that spam damage.
Liquid's like just having the correct blind call. They've just shifted everyone towards A main. So Yakinder and Elige gonna work together to put some pressure in middle. But it's not fooling anyone. Electronic and Bit are coming back towards A. Oh, they're gonna walk right into the stack. Boost up at the perfect moment. Electronic over the top. Nitro's gonna start teasing and swinging out a little bit wider. Needs to be a kill. It's a dink. Not completed. 1 for 1. And now they know the position of Bit as well. Molotov's gonna come in and he's pinned down by the AWP. And great shot from OC. 2 kills for him so far. And now Liquid can start streaming for... Is NaVi's calling a save already? They want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, you know, it's not a nice decision to make, but you can kind of understand why. You know, the money teetering on the edge in a bit of an awkward way. At least they save with these 3. They have another go at it in the next. And, you know, they are lacking the kind of meaningful utility to block off these angles in a retake. You know, I think if maybe we had like a couple of smokes here still in tow for NaVi, maybe they give this more of a look in. It's just, even if you rotate it through and you got to kill to be overzealous.
I wonder if there's like a flashbang that he just thought was going to be way more impactful, but nobody was blind. Kinder had an easy one. This is all down to timing. Which one of the oppers takes the angle? Simple now knows what's up. Flashbang is going to give the indication that OC's grabbed it. There's the shot as he gets blind. And Yakinder's up next. Electronic actually challenging this angle. And Yakinder is pre-aimed, but it doesn't matter. It's perfecto to cut down 2.
Lovely little sequence. From someone who struggled back on overpass, little moments like that, where you do turn the tide, they can make all the difference to bring you back into the game. Perfecto now entrusted with this B hold. Simple looked like he was going to go back and take up mid there for a moment, recognizing this gap, but Perfecto said, don't worry, I'll give it a go, I'll get involved, pushes down ramp and gets the info, and Liquid were looking middle.
There's a mid smoke as well, but Bit is in donut, so he can call out that it's clear. Navi at the moment just have to be paranoid that someone from Liquid is moving up the stairs at the moment. So Simple alone at the B bomb site with an AWP. Perfecto holding on towards the mid stairs, making sure nobody can lurk and flank. And Bit still over in donut at the A bomb site. So a split defense completely, and it's all on the shoulders of Simple.
Yeah, Molly's going to force him back, and tagged on the cross, he just makes it by. Plant going down for Liquid. NaVi 3v3, this is one of the best chances at a retake they've had. Still pretty far removed on Bit as he starts to make his way over. All that util out for Liquid now. That last smoke used on short, but it's going to waste a lot of time. NaVi can't really wait for that short smoke to fade. Someone might have to come through it. They're really hoping that someone oversteps. That flash sets them up. And now they look to move in. Nitro back at the site, takes the head off of Perfecto. Has these last two just boxed in, and everyone... A lot of new ideas in some of these rounds. I like this. On the back of the pause, they say, all right, let's run it in B again. Whatever they had planned, let's just uproot it with a fast B play. To do that, they had to get past Simple, and they've managed it. They hear Sumdai Young spamming out from the cave. They don't decide to give chase. They're going to play this one inside of the site. It's a little awkward, but Cave lost. They have to take real estate over towards long or ramp. These are the options open to you, and they've elected for the former. Nitro left inside of the site, and that fly smoked off. A liege full blinded. Nice way to isolate that engagement. Nitro now gone. That fly is going to have to do the heavy lifting. Flash to confuse him through the short smoke. They're all looking at long where he just dropped that flashbang. They're on the bomb, and with 3 seconds, he's not in position to get them off of it. They realize very quickly where that's planted for and the kind of opportunity that they have. And so NaVi, they do come out ahead there.
Yeah, Elish kind of gets stuck in no man's land trying to push forward. Using a Molotov to delay the retake, but he had nowhere to go after the fact. Susceptible to a flashbang as well. He considered it. Yeah. Blinded in the Molotov as well. Now the aggression is paying off. Electronic and Perfecto with 1 apiece in middle. Yakinder up next. Gonna lose that fight with SDY. And NaVi finally looking like they're gonna be able to string 2 together. And finally able to deny access to a bomb site.
Yeah, it's gotta feel good, right? You also kind of, you know, got to have one of these mid plays work out for you. It finally feels like, you know, one of the ideas you've tried and called out of the spawn, this double mid push, it's actually worked out.
Still, it's I mean, this is still going to be a tough recovery for NaVi considering the money on Team Liquid at the moment. Especially with all those plants, they've been able to balloon this cash behind them, and this is still a winnable 2v4 for NAF and Nitro.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. With all that cash as well comes this incentive to just look to do damage in this round. And you'd be surprised how quickly that can spiral from just a damage-dealing mission to something more. 45 seconds as they start to flex a little in mid. Smoking off the top of red, it's going to give them room to push up. From here, they could go donut, they could go ledge. Looking like they want to try and move into the path of Electronic here. That smoke gives up. The fact that someone is behind Donut, someone lies in wait here. NaFly tries to spam him. They've learned about Bit, but they can't win these fights yet. Nitro finally gives them something, but with only 15 seconds, he's out of there. He's running away, and Sumdai Young might not let this happen. Or he will.
Yeah.
What a nice guy.
Well, he didn't let it happen, per se. Just happened to miss the shots a little bit. It's all right. I think Nitro's still going to get hunted down. Simple's caught him boxed in. SDY. Nope. He chills. And that comes down to the money. That
Yeah.
comes down to Navi saying, okay,
keep your own accounts.
Economy's kind of a priority at the moment. Think about yourself.
A little bit of them time.
2 in a row for Navi for the first time on Ancient. This tactic worked perfectly for Team Liquid earlier on.
And if you remember, they kind of called it into like the weaker bomb site of the two. It felt like perfect timing on the call. This one is much the same. In fact, it's even better than last time.
Electronics not here.
It's only bit playing this from Donut. Now, like on the upside, you can try and play retake in a moment like this.
Even he shifted towards mid.
Oh god, there is just a big hole right now. And yeah, you hear that util going out and it's like, oh, there's no one A, okay.
I think he's been spotted as well. Nitro knows he's in this position. Molotov to flush him out. It's deep. Force him into the corner. Nitro can pre-fire this. There it is. Good kill. Good kill. I think he heard electronic as well. He's got another. And Liquid are going to force Navi into a save again.
Yeah, Samdai Young out here in middle. Not even he's a safe bet. Elige uproots him. So you don't even get out with 3 of these guns, and you never had a chance to win the round. A flawless 8th for Team Liquid.
I wonder what the call was to pull him away, Perfecto.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, the fact that the players got kept at B, Yekindar had made noise there. He had, like, lobbed a little bit of util. So that one I kind of, you know, was willing to forgive, even if it felt like a bit much. With the rotate from B, I have no idea what info was cool for him to rotate away and just completely leave that A side of the map open.
Yeah.
They also had, you know, kind of a bit of an essence as to what was happening in mid anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they had electronic already pushed down. I think they even had STY over towards Jaguar. They had some presence in mid as it was.
Looked like he was going to give it a go again, and there it is. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear and then probably disappear. NaVi rids us of the man. Simple up close combat AWPing. Nice little tight angle. He usually likes these. Yekindar on the other side. Simple nails this shot. Might force a bit of respect out of Liquid. Might kind of lessen the blow with this, what looks like a B fake right now. But who knows with mid control hanging in the balance. And Yekindar won't actually commit to that fight. Not yet anyhow.
Oh, stalemate again. They're both just stopping just short of each other's crosshair. There's the slide into it. Missed shot.
And now you're boxed in. Now you need help. Someone's going to come in and try to alleviate this pressure, but it's all by design. That kill from OC onto Bit has opened up this A side of the map. NaVi are attempting to remedy it with a very, very fast rotate out of Perfecto, but they've already lost all the sight. They've already lost all the control in this round.
It's only 2 players in A for Team Liquid. The rest of them are just infesting everywhere else on the map.
You don't know where's safe. You don't know where to turn. Only objective they can move towards is this bomb, but the path is thwart with danger. And with OC getting aggressive, giving away that kill into the 3-on-3, Elige and Yekindar is still over on lane, but NaVi have called the save. They are out of there. They don't know it, but it was just NaFly in the sight.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just a little bit of pressure Yekindar puts on Jaguar, pulls Bit out of his position, aggressive in A main. An easy kill for OC, and then once again, the bomb site's just free. Liquid putting on a clinic right now, outplaying NaVi in every sense. Yeah, it's a bit awkward. Good timing, though.
Oh, it's similar tones to Overpass in that you've kind of done the legwork on this T side. Liquid just need to dot their I's, cross their T's. Elige out in middle. Will get dropped out of the round. That Molly can't quite secure the trade, and Bit moving in to lend a helping hand. Well, at least keep this in the advantage of NaVi. Now, Yekindar has varied up his routing this time, right? He doesn't want to fight you at Cave anymore. You haven't had to contend with someone sneaking out ramp like this, and so Perfecto is simply not ready for it. There is still some Young in Cave. He's an unknown factor. He's an unknown quantity, but Yekindar fighting the front line, and some Young dies on the rotate out of the cave spot. Simple over at the A side of the map. Very far removed from this round in a 1v3, and Liquid are convinced he's closer than he is.
Man alive, this is disgusting.
OC's holding this line. Simple needs to land like this ludicrous one tap or else it's a done deal. Missed shot for OC. Molly's going to keep him off the angle. Going back in. Simple will deal with him. Yakinda opened up this round with a beautiful double kill. Now it's down to him and Naf to close. They're going to play together back of the site, both in this cubby. Hugging one another. That warm embrace as Simple moves in. And it might be more of a sweet release for Simple. That sweet release of death calling his name. There's one, but the trade for Napla. It's a good start. A couple of kills taking place over here in middle. Finally, NaVi get one going their way, but it might be a victory that's short-lived. Some die young and Simple trying to reroute fast in towards this A side of the map, but Liquid are one step ahead.
Yeah, OC's already shifting into Donut. Yukinder's already coming in towards Temple as well. It's going to be even harder just to get a plant. Now he knows the position of Simple as well. That's a great kill from Yukinder. Simple can't turn the corner, and OC's got the final one. 12-4, and Team Liquid just continued to march on. I'll tell you what, I know Navi's had a rough year, and this is kind of a shadow of the Navi that was dominant in the previous year and in earlier stages of this year. But it's been a while since we've seen a team outclass Navi to this extent.
Yeah, you know, I think it's even just like when you watch these games, even some of the yeah, you know, you're kind of hoping you were going to go out with a bang, but it's with a whimper.
At least a fight, right?
Here's a lineup for OC instead. We do get a couple of kills at a bit, and it's P250. That gives you a route to the plant that Nitro takes away. However, bit still keeping up appearances. Finally brushed aside. Simple. This is grimy. This is gross. That fly didn't know about that one. Backstab from Temple leaves it in this 1v1. Yakindar's moved in, taken up position, and he might even wrap Temple with this kind of spot. The last thing you're going to be ready for is him here. Simple was just in the Temple moments ago, and now Yakindar's crossed all the way to the big boxes. Simple looking for him, but so many angles to clear. M4 retrieved, and there's that swing out from Yakinda. I think that was just a really nice way to kind of play the 1v1. I can assure you that's like the last place Simple's thinking he's going to be.
Yeah.
So it felt like just a real safe way to play, a real safe pair of hands there from Yakinda.
Yeah, he's probably assuming Donut, you'd imagine. Donut or A main, some kind of a flank from the other side of the map. Good job from they've taken this early in the round. Now this smokes and utility is going to start giving away the game a little bit.
Oh, look at Liquid taking a pretty heavy gamble. They've pulled OC away from A. They've told him just to watch red, be responsible for this middle area. Meanwhile, Liquid pulled an extra man over towards B, and this has allowed them to flex a little bit and retake some of this cave control. It doesn't feel so restricted inside of the B site now.
And Navi actually just, I mean, you can see on the minimap, SDY and Bit took control of A main. At least make sure that there was nobody pushed up, no kind of presence. It's only Nitro to defend, and that's pulled Yakinder and OC over. So for the moment, Liquid out of position on the map.
And as it's kind of fallen quiet again at B, in this lull in the action, Liquid have actually overcompensated, moving players back over to A. Naf, responsible for a hell of a lot right now, and he just decides to concede control of this site.
I think Liquid's just going to decide to concede the round.
5-man save.
Yeah. Out of position, just straight up beaten, and there's no reason to risk the weapons that you have. And again, with the lead that they're working with, this is completely fine. They're going to get money. They'll be able to replenish utility.
Ben wants to try and take something out of this. Just the P2 drop there, so not the end of the world, and Yakindar actually gets the upgrade. Everyone else from NaVi coming hunting as well, and you understand the temptation, you know? You kind of don't want to allow the 5 guns to get out of the round, and they've at least removed one of them, but at the same time, you need to really be thinking about your own money if you're NaVi, and that's why you don't see them dedicate any more resources to this.
And the early save call from Liquid, you're just going to know it's going to be a very secure positions. They've had plenty of time to get into solid spots, so the hunt would be extremely difficult. 13-6.
I like that, you know, with this lead, a lot of teams kind of lean more into like gambles as plays of death.
And it's Liquid playing with the man deficit.
Ooh. Just scrapes Perfecto through that smoke. Right now, Liquid have had to split this defense up 2-2.
Yeah. And no information either to do any kind of a stack. You can start shifting Naf and OC over. It looks like they might just gamble again and play for a save. Naf is going to play it passive for the moment. May be able to grab one if they enter into the B bomb site. Navi haven't yet made a decision. 56 seconds left on the clock.
Interesting way to go about gathering this info. They've taken mid. Tried to retake it at least, but here's Navi pop flashing themselves in a little later. Bit open the round in middle, and then he sets up Simple to do the save. Through the donut, Alige lies in wait. Nafly brought down low on his rotate from B. And the bomb, it's actually going all the way back over towards the B bomb site. They know they've got Naf out of position, so it's a free path there right now. But the bomb does have to cross mid. Alige could have looked to uproot that, but instead he goes right into some Die Young. Naf's going to go back. Oh, they're bringing the bomb back towards A. No, the Naf was B side. That's a freebie onto Electronic.
That's going to give the avenue for Naf to keep this weapon. It's going to be all Team Liquid has in the next round. There's no money on anyone else, as you can see on the screen. Here's Bit finding the kill onto Nitro, but it's simple. This double kill, good spray control, good transfer as well. Yakinder and OC go down. Flashbang from Bit. So a kill and 2 assists.
Big box.
And Navi's going to have 7. Closing the gap, slowly but surely.
Yeah, it feels like Bit started to get a much better handle on this this kind of mid layout that Liquid have been throwing in, right? Last round, we saw him drop that same smoke, but he hidden it this time. You know, he's kind of sussed out like the molly placement that they're lining up when instead they keep it reasonably standard. Naf did have a good spawn for an A main peek, and it looks like he wants to take that.
Yeah, I mean, do you go for the peek, or do you just kind of wait here? All flashbangs in. Bit's going to find another opening. Perfect from Bit and SDY. M4 gets nothing done. 2 kills, and now you can see Navi just full confidence swinging in. They know OC was saving. They know Liquid have low economy, and they're really leaning on that advantage. Alige puts a stop to 1, but it's not going to matter. It's not going to be enough.
Smoke spam, praying that something connects. Not going to happen. Navi are starting to chain a lot of rounds together now. Giving us something to go off of. 4 rounds in a row. On the back of this one here. Liquid might not be feeling the pressure entirely yet, but you've got to recognize that Navi are picking up a bit of steam. You don't want to let them build back into this, because I think the one thing you had going for you, you got to siphon them away from somewhere. We'll see Alige moving in with him early. Once again, Bit tried his hand at that spawn peak, but this time some nades go in alongside that molly, and it does damage. Meanwhile, Yakinder actually wins this cave fight. Instead of just being kind of forced to take that swing into mid, he catches Electronic crossing, and that's a lovely advantage for Liquid to have gained early. No chance at the trade.
A little bit of change in that mid defense as well. This time Nitro doesn't care to push all the way down and try and swing to take the duel against Bit. He's just saying, all right, if you're going to come through that smoke, I'm just going to lob a grenade here instead. Bit takes a ton of damage. Tanks a nade down to 44 HP, but I don't think they realize that Simple's made his way all the way to the box.
Yeah, still, he's only going to have a chance to get involved if he's given the fight, and that was the opportunity, right? That was the element of surprise, the kind of one chance that you're going to get. Alige doesn't even need to keep fighting this, but he will hang around in red and give it some attention.
He wants to keep eyes on it just for information over to Yakinder and Naf, who are doubled up in Jaguar. Trying his best for it. There's the jump up, and huge win from Simple. He got the information.
OC went around. Oh, Perfecto just deletes him. Now, there is still this double cave setup to contend with. You know it was Yakinder here earlier. Now you're seeing Nafly in the kill feed. Might raise suspicions for Navi. Nitro pretty far removed from this one. Gonna have to be swift on this rotate if they want to stand a chance. Some Die Young nails that shot to Nafly, and a double swing out of him, and Perfecto seals the fate of this round.
Okay.
Navi on to 9, really starting to pick up some steam. Their 5th round in a row.
And they're starting to do the same thing that Liquid did to them in the first half, which is work them across the map, find some great kills, thin out the defense, and make great calls. It's what a contrast to what we talked about. The last matchup on this map at Rio, at the Major, was a CT-sided affair. It was 12-3 for Navi on their CT side, and then 13-2 for Liquid on their CT side. Now the defenses are just getting pounded. 5 rounds straight for Navi, 5 bomb plants. And the individuals are coming alive. That's a beauty from Perfecto. That's against the AWP. SDY with a nice double kill as well.
One round.
A challenge from the entrance to Donut, blinded, and he's got a back behind the smoke. No chance to defend, no chance to fight.
Oh.
And it might be over.
Yeah. That one kill could very well seal the deal. If Yakindar can't make a hero play through this smoke, then it certainly would have. But that double entices you. That double has given you a reason to believe.
And it's allowed the smokes to clear as well.
Oh, and the bomb is in such an awkward position for NaVi to get a grasp on.
No one's even close to it.
No chance to replenish these smokes. All the util went in on the offset. Naf's just holding in case someone tries to get weird with it all the way from the red room. And OC's watching this cross. If he can just pluck one player as they try to get by to grab this bomb, that could be enough. Instead, it missed shot. Nitro tried to make up for it. Almost left him exposed. NaVi have even retrieved a smoke from Yakindar's body in the site. Nafly with the backstab. They didn't know about him. The patience is rewarded. Some die young with a trade. 2 in the round. He's going to need 4 in this 1v3 to make it happen. Plant tries to come in. It's attempted, but Nitro won't let him plug in those digits.
Yakindar just creates everything. Creates that victory out of what felt like nothing for Team Liquid. Moving through the smokes. Nobody could cover it. Nobody had eyes on it. What a great opening for SDY. But this play, as simple as distracted. And from here, I mean, man, the assumption deep at the B bomb site.
Nearly connects, but in all this madness, NaVi made it up the ramp, and this has been a bit of a go-to, really. Slipped the knife in the back. Yakindar fighting from the front. Now in the back lines. It's around the world for Yakindar, already on a bit of a retake up the ramp side with some support, but he would have to do it solo. 2 in the round from the man, but this time that multi-kill might not be enough to tempt you in. OC doesn't want to get involved with this AWP unless they give him a reason to. And Nitro already leaning off the ledge. Don't jump. He's going to get out of there.
That's a great call from Navi as well. You hear the spamming, you hear the fighting from Yakindar over in Jaguar. And you say, all right, if you're going to be occupied this far away from the B bomb site, we're gonna test it. We're going to see how many people are here. It was only Naf, and with utility raining out. And that's happened a number of times at the B bomb site where Naf's kind of been the only defender. And once that utility streams over, if he's aggressive, he gets caught by the utility. So he's had to fall back and go passive a number of times. This one, he gets caught.
Huge hunt as well from Simple, who goes knocking with the AWP. Ends up in an AWP bout and knocks OC's one out of this next round.
And unfortunately, Yakindar and Unleash had to get aggressive on that flank. That was the only way they were going to get back into that round. And they had to run right now for Navi.
Hero M4 tries to make a play in mid, but this has just been his domain, hasn't it? 3 from the get-go. And all this space taken. Tries to keep pushing the envelope and does. Get dispatched by Nafly's 5-7, but it's nothing to worry about yet.
Man, Bit's performance yesterday delivered them into the quarterfinals. His performance today on this map might allow them to fight for the semifinals in a third. Yakindar. Able to grab one. Needs another, but he can't get it. Low on HP. Now Naf is going to start moving forward. He's got an AK-47, but he can't get it out in time for a clean fight. 3 rounds away, Navi. All that frustration that we saw on their faces, it's turned into resilience at halftime. And they are clawing back slowly.
You can feel that Yakindar is feeling a lot of pressure in these moments, in these rounds, to get involved. You know, it took a lot for that one round to appear on the board for Liquid to break the NaVi streak.
I think what we just talked about with Naf, the amount of times he's kind of been alone and he's been forced into, he hasn't really been able to find any comfortable fights at the B bomb site because he's always had to make the decision of falling back or eating utility. He's just said, screw it, we're gonna switch into a double op setup. OC missed an opportunity onto SDY.
Thing about the double AWP, it's a very hefty price tag, and for a losing CT side right now.
And there's been a lot of retake kind of philosophy in the defensive Team Liquid in this half as well. With the double AWP, that can be a little tricky.
So you're assuming they kind of have to abandon the retake philosophy, right? Maybe they'll look better for it. Electronic wanting to try and challenge Yekindar here.
Heavy lean towards the A bomb site as well. Elige is over in Temple. OC and Nitro and Donut. And I think the shift of OC's op to this position might allow them to bring Elige back.
Last win fight here. With OC dead, down in the donut, Yekindar needed to get away really with more than one. In a 4v3, we're looking at Naf with this AWP in the back of the site, and we're saying he's got to deliver, he's got to step up here. Starting to stream over with util now. Elige is in position to lend a helping hand. That smoke makes life hard for him. It's going to give them passage into the site, but not for free. The spam connects. 3 versus 3. NaVi, they don't get that bomb down. Time is running out. 5 seconds, and Elige tries to deny the plant. Nitro could have done it with that spam, but he shows mercy. That's given the plant over. Second time's the charm for Nitro, and now Perfecto's got to do it alone. 1v2 from the top of ramp. He's stuck fighting here. They don't know about him yet. Nafly with a little jiggle. Nitro gets the spot. They know where he is. Perfecto. They try to ice him out. They tap the bomb. They get that first and the second fight. Perfecto wins the clutch. And NaVi keep the comeback coming in. 12-14 now. The gap is closing. The clutches are coming through. And the individuals are starting to appear for NaVi.
And that's got to be a feel-good round for Perfecto. He was not in this...
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, right? The kind of angles they've been playing, as you've said, it's like once that util comes in, your B-site players are just getting nullified, right? You don't have anyone to kind of take that edge off of the site here.
Both defenses really struggling to be positioned properly to defend against these, really having a tough time reading what's coming on these hits. Or you want to look at it from the other perspective, both offenses firing on all cylinders.
This one, they have the stack in the right place. It's the shame that this round is the one where they have nothing to work with. Couple of upgraded pistols and the scout connecting a few shots is helpful, but not for long. Simple deletes it. Yekindar's going to try and play through this smoke again, but surely doesn't get away with it twice. Bit's got his eye on it. And so NaVi...
Some kind of pace. They can have a very fast flank, and this is a new look. A little bit of aggression out of Team Liquid. OC looking for an angle. Nap as well, blinded, tries to jump into cover. He's gotten away somehow. Yeah, it's dicey. It felt sketchy. Kinder's got one, but Nap now has to deliver. Missed opportunity, missed shot, and Perfecto pushes forward. Another miss for Nap, and Perfecto, what an impact he's having.
Just Yekindar left, lost in the smoke at cave, a 1v4. Those should never come through. NaVi, 1 kill away from tying this up. Yekindar fighting back with everything he can, but it's not enough. 14 for NaVi. That double AWP betrays Team Liquid. Nafly with many an opportunity, but everyone sails past him. And then Perfecto goes on this tear. You said just a couple of rounds ago, for the first 3 halves of this, for 3 halves in this series, Perfecto was essentially a non-factor.
Yekinder snap bought an M4. In freeze time, quickly. I mean, the stars for NaVi stepped up. Bid and Perfecto stepped up to get them to this situation. Now it's up to Team Liquid. Someone's going to have to do the same thing to help get them over the finish line. They might even be fighting for overtime, which just seemed such a crazy idea.
Yeah, from 13-4, it's going to be NaVi hitting map point first if they find this one. Now, up close has support from OC, but the double setup is broken apart with ease. You get that kill on a simple. Grab yourself an AK. But you're so far removed from the reality of this round, even though that bomb has a while to go before it gets into B. You're just in such a bad spot in terms of these rotates. This isn't a round you would normally look to go for.
I think because they have the full losing bonus and they have some money saved, they're going to get a full buy in the next round, which I think is why they're okay with kind of challenging and coming over and flirting with the idea. But that smoke is going to call it off. No chance of getting through it. Navi's going to have one chance to complete this comeback. They've come all the way back.
And it has to be said, you know, this NaVi squad has not really demonstrated a great deal of resilience throughout the tournament so far. For it to be happening now in the quarterfinal, it is just such a big deal. Elige wants to get out with something, but Subda Young, his spidey senses were tingling. He went back in. Not even an AK grabbed out of the round. 15-14. NaVi at map point first. They were so far behind. We need someone else to step up, right? nykytilan's been doing all he can. This is where, you know, that Liege kind of double team from last map, oh, it would have been lovely to have that getting activated round about now. nykytilan attempting to get involved early, feeling that pressure again to make a big play happen. He tries to force it, and Electronic was ready and waiting the whole time.
Trying to deny some access. Electronic's been doing that this whole half. Whenever that deep smoke comes down towards double doors, he's pushing through it. He's beating the timing. 4v5. Overtime or a third map. And OC's taking some liberties, taking some risks to try and make up for the man disadvantage.
Yeah, this is nice. It frees up the resources to lean that much heavier over towards B.
Yeah, Liquid has the right call. Elysian's just shifted over, which is exactly where Navi's lining up outside the double doors for a B hit. 3 defenders here.
And unlike in times gone by, there's no reason to be antsy, right? There's no reason to kind of get in your head on this one because of the info that OC has. It's going to allow you to maintain this stack at B and actually dig your heels in a little bit.
And a really passive gaze from Elige towards middle just because Navi haven't really exploited it that deep. They've never come up those stairs.
This is it. This is for all the marbles. Overtime for a third map. NaFly gone after one. Elige is deleted. Nitro just turns away. They're up the ramp. They're next to him. And he's only good for one. OC, worlds apart from his team, was holding on to main. Gets here in a pretty timely fashion, but a 1v3 Navi have done all this work on the comeback, and they're about to complete it. 1 kill away, and Bit will seal the deal. The score's settled on Mirage.